cigar that way.
You it's the Shadow Smokers Legion, fun, family, and smoke. Rockin' with Phoenix Fresh rhymes, they stronger than no. About to break it off with the illest of crews, led by the man Tony Wang, making his vision come true. Now let me take you on a ride. We got love for cigars, from the east to the west, only the brightest of stars. I screen in the scene, little guy with the shop, shadow gazing around. You know it ain't gonna stop. Cigar mechanic don't panic when he's repping his brand. Escadillo and more, smooth as sticks in the land. Hashimoto's around, jumping live in the chats. Asian orange and more, his button's famous in fact. Cigars, pipes, whiskey, coffee, and more. Turbo jetting around, Tim with the dopest of pours. What's that? Huh? One wheel and reviews? Martin in the house, sharing the latest smoke news. Need to pick me up? Get to Southeast US. Bob and Chief in the mix, you know they say God bless. We got that journey, voyage, private blends for the crew. Celebrating with coins, repping that dope swag too. Now I'm about to sign off, you know it's time for that audit. Light up the group with my post, you know I'll rock it and sock it. But remember y'all, Legion it lives with a passion. From a man in the shadows, ayo, the Soy Sauce Assassin. So cut it, light it, love the smoke from your region. After all we connect, it's through the power of Legion.
Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. It is finally Wednesday. Not like it's any different because I was on for the previous 2 days. And today, we have Sherry. I don't know who else is gonna join us, but I wanna light my cigar. I've been waiting for like, how long? 30 minutes? Staring at my cigar. It's like, I need to smoke my cigar. So you can imagine I want to smoke my cigar. Okay. So, today we have Sherry. Sherry's got a little time to hang out with us with the Hashimoto gear. And I'm smoking the Davidoff Complexion.
Nice.
Only because this one just happened to sit up the top of my Davidoff pile. So, I'm smoking this one. You know, also prepare tomorrow, because tomorrow, I believe the chef edition of Davidoff releases tomorrow. So I'm gonna smoke this, thinking about whether or not I want to spend that money. Maybe I'll smoke it and go like, maybe it's not worth it. Or I'll smoke it and be like, I have to buy some. You know, but that will be tomorrow. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Jason Martin sitting in a hotel. What are you doing in the hotel? What are you doing in the hotel? What are you doing in the hotel, Jason? We don't have an event today.
Right.
He flew all the way there. Hey, what? Hey, Quake. Work. Yeah. That would do it. That would do it. So, yeah, smoking this complexion. This complexion, I had it for a while. I don't remember anything about it. So, what we can do is always pull out Google and find out about it. It's one of those special releases, the Vault collection kind of thing. Martin!
Hey, what's happening?
What's up, everybody? It's Martin Amaya. We're back in it again. Yeah.
Is this thing live?
It is.
All right, let me get all set up.
So, yeah, it's the Vault collection, bundles 10, and I hear repeat. Test. Test. Anyway, so, Davidoff Complexion Toro. Feel like that. I think it's my thing. Martin, I thought you know how to set it up. Yeah, I'm gonna mute him just for a sec. Test. Okay. So yeah, it is Martin. Martin, you can unmute yourself.
There we go.
Test.
Test.
Okay, good. So yeah.
Test. 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So Davidoff Complexion Toro. It's a bundle of 10s at $300, so roughly about $300, 300 few dollars if you bought them, you know, with tax and all that stuff, so 31 bucks. Oh my god. There we go. And there we go.
Yummy.
So the wrapper is Habano 2000 Ecuadorian, and then the binder is Dominican. Filler is Dominican, San Vite, and then we have Piolo, we have Rus
San
Piolo,
Vicente.
we have all kind of like hybrid, and Yamasa. And of course, if you're a California resident, they also have a Prop 65 warning. For those people who doesn't know what that is, basically says this thing contains product that's known to cause cancer in the state of California.
Yeah.
I love it when they put that kind of stuff on like in the middle of nowhere. I mean, they put it on locks, like painted locks, and because it has paint, and all paint are known to cause cancer with the fumes. So they put like Prop 65 warning on the lock. The lock itself doesn't generate any cancer, but you can get cancer if you decide to eat the paint chips.
Like anybody's gonna eat the paint chips.
You never know. Seems like there's a lot of people nowadays must have grown up eating paint chips. And back in the day, the paint chip had lead. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, so let's see if there's anything that talks special about this particular cigar. They use proprietary Habano C2000 growing in Ecuador. The wrapper is dark brown. Silky, smooth texture. Okay, I would say silky smooth. I would say it is.
I guess I gotta refill my lighter.
It doesn't say anything of why it's called complexion, but if it's Vault Collection, usually means it's a cigar that's being re-released. Hashimoto. That means usually
Hashimoto shirt.
it usually means that it's something that they made before, and then they continued it, and then come back and re-release it again. The only one that I want Davidoff to re-release is the Macau edition. All right, if you guys ever see Davidoff Macau edition for sale,
Let you know.
let me know, okay? Or I get I'm just gonna tell you, okay? If it's under $45 for that cigar, buy it, because that cigar is that good. That cigar is like literally, really a chocolate bar. Okay, you're gonna taste chocolate and chocolate and chocolate. You might as well chew on the chocolate. Okay. Hey Daniel, we missed you. Like, what happened to all that beer drinking thing? I haven't seen any of the beer drinking. Like, what happened to that? Everything will kill you, but only in California. I don't know how Tim survives. You know, it's a good question. Well, I heard that, you know, a lot of time if you drink enough coffee, you preserve your body. So, you know, maybe it's because of the coffee. It's not good for my waistline. You're worried about waistline? Come on, man.
Who said that?
Daniel Luce here.
Wow.
The guy that did the beer shot. Like the way his intro, he like just chuck an entire bottle of beer.
Wow.
That guy. So, you know.
That guy.
Yeah. For him to say, I'm worried about my waistline. Really? You're worried about your waistline. You know what? That's okay. Next time you can do half bottle, and then dump the rest half bottle in the cup and drink it from the cup. Maybe that will help.
All right.
Hey, Carlos.
Got my lighter filled.
Maybe that will help. What's wrong with California? Oh, wait, everything. You know, the only thing that's not wrong for California is they have big Chinatown. Pretty nice. A large Asian population. So, in comparison, they say they take corn and ginger. I don't think I taste corn and ginger. Corn and ginger. All right, maybe some ginger. There's hazelnut. Very little on the retro hill. Woodsy, no. Earthy. Pepper. That's pretty much it. See, you guys are wondering why Sherry is not smoking? Because Sherry has been smoking. Sherry pre-game like hours ago.
Yep.
Sherry, I'm muted.
I have this much left. You know, I smoke slow, so I still had that much to go. On the crook of the crown.
Did you see James post that his cigar today? It's like,
yes, I saw that.
He did that while chatting with Val.
He's doing really good. He's the king.
What I miss?
Well, today on Discord, James and Val was chatting, and James did a really long ash, like past the band long ash. So, they, Val was like, oh, blah, blah, and that was like, he was the Ash King. Him and Sherry was the reason why we stopped doing the challenges.
Yep.
Yep. Because there was no way to beat them. So, and I was like, I'd much rather him use the Ash King title in the chat room than that Colin Sander thingy. And I was like,
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. I was like, come on, man. Like, we don't need KFC here. So,
Right.
use the correct title. Like, a lot of time I have to, when I'm trying to tag him, I try to type in James, it doesn't work. I had to type like COL for him to show up. I was like, come on, man. I get hazelnut every time I light up a La Historia. It's really weird. I actually know someone that's allergic to hazelnut. But her allergic, I think, is like more mental than anything. Because she doesn't have to touch the hazelnut. She will have allergic reaction. She just has to smell it. And I was like, are you shitting me? Because somebody came in with a Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee. And she's like, oh my god, I had to stay away. I'm very allergic to this thing. And my mind was like, you do know that's syrup, right? That's not really hazelnut. But she said she's just smelling it can give her hives. So, but I love hazelnut.
I have a friend that's like that with seafood. She can't be in the same room with any kind of seafood.
Then she cannot be in the same room with Acor.
Any kind of seafood? No, okay. Except fish. Fish doesn't bother her. It's the shrimp and all that stuff.
Because we have Acor that's gonna come in, master Shifu.
Yeah.
Smoking seafood. He come in. And she's like, oh my god. Pipes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love hazelnut. In fact, I drink a lot of hazelnut coffee myself. And hazelnut spread. Was that Nutella? Is it Nutella or Nutella?
Nutella.
Is it Nutella or Nutella? Come on. Nutella? Nutella.
I don't know. Whichever one. It's still gross.
I've been calling it Nutella. I've been calling it Nutella because Nutella just sounds horrible. Right? Ever since when it first released. It might sound gross, but it's have you ever eat like Rocher, the chocolate Rocher?
Yeah.
That is basically Nutella inside.
It's good though.
So you can't really call that gross because they taste so good. They at one time was the most popular chocolate in Asia. Like everybody had to buy that for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then they decided to release white chocolate and then it tanked. Nobody wants it. Like, don't mess up. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah, don't fix it. Cherry, what is your favorite kind of sweet?
I love ice cream. Almost every flavor of ice cream.
Which brand?
Oh man. Turkey Hill makes some good ones. I don't eat those anymore. I buy the Rebel ice cream now.
Rebel, oh the keto, that low sugar kind of. Yeah, my
Those
wife
are
eats that.
really good. They're really good.
Yeah, but like I
They're
feel like
expensive though.
I do feel like the when you eat any of the keto chocolate ice cream, they're just dry and they
Yeah,
don't
most
melt.
of the textures on some of them are nasty, but the Rebels got it right. Rebel has it right. in my opinion.
They can stay on the table for a long time and not melt. That scares me.
Yeah,
And not because I want to make it melt, it's because I can't scoop it when it's like completely frozen.
right.
You can scoop it, so you leave it on the table for a little bit, and then see if it will melt a little bit, so you can do it, right? You go back to do it, and they come out powders. It's like powder coming off. I was like, There was one time where I literally just squeezed it out of the container and just start chewing at it because I couldn't get it off of the spoon. But those chocolates were good. A lot of time I just go get those really small containers of Haagen-Dazs chocolate, and those are good. They're like $1. And Sherry dessert is screwball. You sure? I would think it's Crown Royal
I
peach.
do like screwball
You ain't lying.
and peach crown.
Yeah.
Yep.
She went all the way to Arizona to buy it. That tells you how much you like that booze.
But Matt bought me that. Matt bought me that fizzle.
Still,
Out
like,
there.
you know, alcohol good enough for her to travel halfway across America just to get.
Yep.
But here's the thing, though. I when we are in the alcohol store in Arizona, you know, thinking about Sherry, I was like, do they have Blentons over there? And then they were like, yeah, we pull Blentons from our regular shop. It's only for VIPs only. I was like,
Oh wow.
what is the difference between selling it to a VIP versus selling to another person? You're a store.
Still making money. You're still making money.
Yeah, the same amount of money. You're a freaking store. Just sell the damn alcohol.
There's so many more bourbons that are better than Blanton's and cheaper.
You know, it is true. Because Blanton's about $50 and they usually have markup. So they're between $50 to
Yep.
$100. Right?
And
Right.
you can't find it. You can't find Blanton on the shelf here unless you're there when the truck is unloaded.
The best place to buy it is on the cruise ship. They
I bet.
always have it. Always have it. For some reason, they're like the premium buyer of Blanton. They always have Blanton. Every letter that you can think of. Oh, even though Blanton only have spelled out to be Blanton, they don't have Z or whatever. But
Right.
yeah. $100 for
Well,
Blanton is definitely not worth it. Do not spend $100 on it.
I think they just want it because when you're on a cruise ship, they want to make their customers happy. So
They have all the alcohol. It's just for some reason, people on cruise ship like to buy Blanton. Well, I think one of the reasons is because Blanton is actually not that big. They fit into your luggage. Right? If you buy a couple, 750 bottles of drink, it takes quite a bit of space. Blanton is round and small, so
Yeah.
one spot. It's actually pretty easy to carry. But at the same time, you would think that they want you to buy stuff on the boat, right? You would think that they want to make a lot of money on the boat, right? They
Right.
make just as much money if you go down to one of their sites, at the port and buy anything. They get so much kickback for not selling anything. That's the best kind of earning. Like, hey, you guys go by there, go by there, go by there, go home and just count cash. They don't have to sell anything.
Right.
So it's really funny because I was on a cruise ship with my wife, and she saw this Mikimoto necklace, I believe, and they were selling at one price. And I went and they will not budge, like they were not lower than lower anymore. And then there's no way anybody can give you lower price. And then we landed at St. John's or something like that. And I went down to find a store. That's not one of their affiliated store. And I found the same necklace. We bought it for about $200 or $300 cheaper than the boat. And tax free. And went back there, showed them the receipt. They're like, this is impossible. There's no way. Blah, 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 blah. So, well, we already bought it. What do you mean impossible? Obviously, they're not happy about it. But it's like, come on.
right.
You guys should know what the price range is. I know that, after all, Mikimoto is a Japanese brand. So I know how much these are worth. I'm not going to buy at your price.
Right.
But a lot of time, I'm surprised how much money people have to spend on a cruise. A lot of those people
Oh,
are
yeah.
retirees, and those people actually go to those art auctions. Those art auctions are for art that literally you never heard the name of. I've never heard of any artist on any of those art, and people are bidding quite a bit, like thousands of dollars on it. I was like, how the hell did you get that much money to be on the cruise ship? Go to an art gallery to buy art. Like you go on a boat, you have to carry that back now. Congratulations, right? And then they will go to the casino, which I don't get either. You spend thousands of dollars, you go on a boat just so that you can go on the casino. Wouldn't it be better if you just fly to Las Vegas for a few days?
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, I'd still be smoking cigars on a boat. Just do what you like doing, just on a boat.
No, but that's different. Smoking cigar on a boat, you're actually sitting down somewhere and relaxing, and enjoy the water, enjoy the. You're in that casino. No boat in the casino will have windows. You're indoor, right? But if you're smoking cigar, you're outdoor. You're outside on the deck, on one of those smoking area, right? You can still enjoy chatting with people. You can still have a drink and all that stuff. In the cruise casino, don't allow cigars. Period. Now weird. They allow cigarette though. They allow cigarette, but not cigars. Like what kind of rule is that, right? And that's on
crazy.
every cruise. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's weird.
So they're saying that everybody else in the casino can breathe in cigarette smoke. They don't mind, but if you do cigars, they will mind. So you cannot smoke cigars. Yet they sell cigars on their store.
Yeah.
So you sell cigars in the store, but there's no place you can smoke it. You cannot smoke in your room. You cannot smoke in your balcony. But you can smoke on the top deck, where the only ashtray they have is for cigarettes. There is no cigar ashtrays. None. Zero. Like every single ashtray has like a little divot that this big, so you can only fit a cigarette on it. And all the ashtray, the trash bucket fits those ashtrays in. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the cigar. Hey, Albert.
Hey, Alfred.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Hey, Shelly, how you doing?
Good.
Pretty good. It's a Wednesday. It's a hump day. People got over it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. But I'll just say this, okay? Misconception. Probably because cigarettes are filtered. Your cigar is also filtered. Do not tell me that your cigar is not filtered. Alright? That is one misconception. Anything that has small pores, like these little straws, is considered filtration. Your smoke actually go through a lot of these. If you ever smoke until this much at the end, cut it open. You'll find a lot of soot. You'll find a lot of nasty stuff. That is filtered. So just because they put a paper or like foam there, is considered filtered. Those are actually worse. Have you tried to burn one of their filters? Take a cigarette butt and just burn it. It smells so bad. It's like burning plastic. You're burning foam. So they say the ventilation will not handle the smoke output of cigars. That is bullshit too. What is the difference between one person smoking cigar and 10 persons smoking cigarette?
Yeah.
If I'm a chain smoker, I put out just as much smoke, if not more than cigars. Right? That's all bullshit. They just don't want. Okay, so when you're smoking cigarettes, the smoke dissipates quite quick. They're kind of clear smoke versus the cigar has really white, gray and white. Right? That's true, right?
Right.
And our smoke linger. So what they didn't want us to do is have that smoke leak out of somewhere in the ventilation system or out the stair. It makes it look like they're on fire. Because that smoke will come out and will look like something's on fire. So they didn't want that. But here's the thing, though. Is it that hard to put a ventilation system in there? Because there are some boats that actually have cigar lounges. Is it that hard to put ventilation? You're on the ocean. No one's gonna stop you from pumping air out of there, right? They always have an excuse. I just don't understand it. What's all the stigma against cigars? You know. Here we go, my thing. Sherry's showing off her swag bottle.
Oh,
you turn away every time she pulls it forward too. It's funny.
I know. I got distracted. There's a dude who's driving around with these giant flags on the side of his car.
Was it a Lone Star fly or is it?
No, he's actually flying the Mexican flag because tomorrow's Independence Day for Mexico.
Oh, isn't it like this month is like Hispanic History Month?
Hispanic Heritage Month. Yep, and also Greg Abbott did a thing where he basically said that starting today, the 15th of September through October 15th is Texas National Hispanic Heritage Month, or Texas is you know what I mean.
So Hispanic Heritage Month for Texas.
For Texas, yeah.
So even though it's
September
already a
15th
national thing, they added to Texas.
Right.
It's
Way
a
we
little
do it, man.
redundant, but sure.
Well, it's because
Do our own thing, man, in Texas.
it's because you're the start of Independence Day for Mexico is on September 16th. So he basically just from the 15th through the 15th, make it easy.
I want to take a quick vote on this, okay? And including everybody that's in the chat room. So originally our coin has 3 people. 3. Okay? And then for whatever reason, we just happen to have our first 2 mods being a male and a female.
Yeah, it's gonna get too crowded.
And now we're asking whether or not you guys think that we should start add Hashimoto into this on the top.
No disrespect to Hashimoto, but I feel like it's gonna be too crowded.
I mean, it would just be a symbolism, another guy. He's not gonna look like him, but like it'll be a different designer. So
Right.
the reason I ask is because I had a friend that actually asked me about it. He's like, you guys update the mod logo. Why didn't you update the coin logo? I don't think we need to. Kind of like, but then it says, well, it's the evolution of your group. Don't you
Just
think
kind of
that
crowded already. Like, I mean, you can put somebody at the top, but it's gonna be too crowded.
Well, obviously you'll move them around, or if you'll shrink them down a little bit.
And then I think the detail would not be there.
Do I?
I said then I think there, like the amount of detail would be.
It might lose some detail. I don't know, and I just want to ask what you guys think. I don't know if anybody came out with that idea in their mind as well. That might think is a good idea. And we talked about this a few times, right? Like should we update our logo? Should we do it? And it's one of those things that if somebody brought up to me, I'll bring up to you guys. What do you guys think? Because after all, it's all of us, right? So, I figure I ask. What do you guys think?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The question is it broken?
It's not broken.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't look at that design as mods. I think that represents a cross section of the group.
Right.
There's not many females, but there's one on here. There's what 3 or 4 of us. I think.
Right. The question is, why isn't the females that actually attended the event join us?
Sherry did.
Well, okay. Sherry already is part of it, right? But for example, Ashley did. I don't think it's by choice. It's by necessity. Okay.
Well, she had a choice.
But Mary, where's Mary? Right? So I got my wife in. She's not nowhere to be found, but she's in.
Well, the female represents the female members of the group.
Yeah. So, well, I'm good either way, because I just wanted to see if anybody had thought about it and what you guys think about it. Because
I'd leave it.
obviously having the same logo means it's just easier for me to edit it through time.
Right.
But if everybody say, hey, you're adding other logo, you're adding more character to our group mod logo. Why didn't you, this and that? So, okay, I'll ask. I don't think anybody minded. I mean, the logo looked pretty awesome no matter what we did. Really.
Mm-hmm.
When we added the just the Arizona part of it and the embellishment on the side, those like gold ribbon, it didn't seem more crowded. It actually fitting just fine. So, but I rather add minor details like that than major details, right?
Right.
Right, because I had to make some choices in between, like especially 3rd year anniversary. I was thinking to do the TAO coin, but at the same time, I feel like TAO coin should be separate. We should have regular coin. But that's the thing. I have to choose and pick what I'm gonna do. Because I can't do all of them, and that would be too crazy to do all of them. Now, but when I thought about third year anniversary, what to do with it, I was like, I don't know what else we can do with it, because we already came with the 3D, we already came with multiple different materials. Like, what else am I supposed to do with it? Like, is there any other material made out of plastic? Like, I can't think of anything. Now, I did ask anybody can make out of tungsten. Yeah, that price was ridiculous. So
Yeah.
we're looking at like $150, $200 for a coin. I was like, no, thank you. Too rich for my liking.
Yeah, no.
So I can't really think of anything, And the coating, the plating, there's only so many choices. Yeah, usually silver, gold, or black, which we already did. So I don't know what else I can. I really don't. If anybody else has a better idea about how how we gotta make our coins, you let me know. Like, I don't know what else.
In other words, Tony's bored. Give him something to do.
I am not bored. I can tell you that. I've been busy. I've been busy at work. At the same time, my mind is full of the next meet, the next meet. Because I have to go to New York next month, and which I will go to the famous cigar meet. It's only on like 4 or 5 people, not a lot of people. But the Florida one is what I have to think ahead, wait ahead, right? And what to do with those. Obviously altering the logos and stuff like that for the Florida meet, at least for the t-shirts. So I had to find someone to hang my t-shirt in the frame for that event. Need a Venta black coin. Venta black coin?
Never heard of it.
You mean that like the darkest of dark color? Darkest of the dark color? Venta black? It absorbs, I think, like 95% of light.
Is it like the black of black?
Yeah. It
Pitch
absorbs so
black.
much light, it looks weirdly black. It looks like something's missing.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be too hard. All you have to do is make a coin and spray paint Venta black on it. I think Venta black is quite expensive though. It's like $100 for a small core. So okay, it says it is below 1.5% in the visible spectrum. So you can only see 1.5% in your eyes on the light.
Wow. So that would mean that Val wouldn't see it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, if I hold it up, it will be darker than the screen can show. Like your screen can show. Your screen will not show anything. Literally, that was just blob black.
Yeah.
So, I don't think so. I mean, I don't understand why people paint their car that way. I mean, the police detector is still gotta catch you, but you know, people like that kind of black. It is very, very. I don't know. I have never seen it in real life, and probably because it's meant that way. Hey, that place look kind of dark. Yeah, nothing's there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You can actually see it at night, pitch black, because it's darker than night black.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it will just look like something's missing the void because it's so dark. Yeah, I don't think we can do that. But yeah, if somebody had an idea of what to do, you know, I actually think instead of making a circle coin, we should make a square coin for the heck of it. But then that would involve even more design. It will be a circle design in a square block. But we don't have a square design. Maybe we'll find something that's square. BMW did, but it's against the law to paint vehicles.
I've seen that BMW. It's fucking badass.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
You actually see it? It's black, man. You
Well,
can't
yeah.
see.
Yeah, like all you see is like the headlamps and the grills are blacked out. Everything's blacked out,
Yeah.
like completely murdered out.
Like you can see the
headlamps.
black rim and everything else much more clear than that black. Everything else. In fact, if you take a picture on it without photo editing it, it looks like somebody copy and cut and paste that chunk out of it. Because computer cannot show that color. Greg Nicholson, I'm smoking a little guy cigar shop. Hemoglobin? Hobgoblin.
What?
Hobgoblin.
Never heard of it.
What is hobgoblin? Is there such thing? Am I missing something?
I don't think so. Am I missing something? Because I don't never heard of it.
He said little guy cigar shop, right? So it has to be a house blend. Yeah, there is. Box press hobgoblin Maduro.
What? Son of a bitch.
That's the one from the sampler pack that was really good. That box press.
Oh shit. I need to get some.
Yeah. A bundle of 20 is $70.
I'm down. What's the size?
They only have double Robusto left. Toro is gone.
Damn.
And there's only 2 items in stock. So only bundle 20 only have 2 more bundles left.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the one. Box press. I didn't even know that he had to get a different name. I thought it would just be short stack box press.
Yeah.
You know. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. So, Albert, what is new lately with you? Nothing.
Trying to get to Friday, man.
Still settling down. Still like trying to get back to life after the event.
Oh, it's not bad, man. Not bad. Busy though. I'll say that.
I've been trying to catch up that one, 4 days worth of work the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just nonstop. My wife's like, you should tell people about. I was like, there's nothing to talk about, really. I mean, I don't think you guys will even care about the economy of China right now. Right now in China, it's illegal to talk about economy online.
Everything's illegal in China.
Well, right, they don't want you to talk about
like
it because
California.
right now
Just like California.
their biggest like investment companies literally got found out they were running basically a Lehman Brothers Ponzi scheme. So they're going down. Their stock share went from, I don't know, $30 a share to 50 cents a share.
What's up, Artifact?
Artifact officially finished his probation. So
Oh shit.
he did. That was yesterday. We have 3 members that finished their probation yesterday, which is good. And we got a new member today that's just got into probation today.
Okay.
He was invited by Val, I believe.
Cool.
So Val invited the person, and at first I was worried, what if he didn't read the rule? I was like, read the rule, and then Copenhagen was like, yeah, rules, and rules. Hey, without rules, it's just chaos. Without rules, it's just chaos.
Yep.
yeah, life is just like that. You know, the previous 2 days I smoked 2 cigars. Today, another cigars, which is good. I mean, like, you know, we can't really complain. Our lives are pretty good, right? Think about this. We got to work. We got to came home and smoke a cigar and relax and wait for the next day. I mean, that's really, I would say, if your life is like this, okay, you have a job, you work, you have a home to go home to, you get to smoke cigar. That's actually everything you need. Entertainment, work, purpose, right? And a home. That's all you need. And I think in perspective, everything else not that important at the end of it, if you think about it, right? You have relaxation, you have work. And for those people who doesn't work, you end up like, I mean, let me rephrase that. For those people that has so much money they don't know how to work, you end up like Kim Kardashian walking around with the whole clothes, everything leather. Or, I don't know, Lady Gaga with the prime rib dress. Like, life is so boring when you don't have a goal that you end up looking for something that is out of the norm to do because you got nothing else to do, right? If you're so rich like Jeff Bezos, you're like, you know what? I'll go to the space and come back down. Not only that, I want my space shuttle look just like Austin Powers. Right? It's good to have a goal. You know, right now, I'm pretty sure Sherry's thinking about, okay, I'm gonna save a lot of money, I'm gonna have so much fun the next time, and I'm looking forward to my retirement in like 8-9 years, right? Something like that. That's a goal, right? And also, you know, drop my H1B, A1C, you know, that's all the goal. That's a goal, right? My goal was to be able to eat all the dessert I have in the fridge without gaining 1 pound. So right now, I'm working while lifting dumbbells. While I'm working. You guys should see how funny it is. I'm like in the meet, chatting with the client. I'm holding my dumbbell like this, just like that. They're like, what are you doing? It's like, you know, hamburgers. They're dangerous in America. You know, that's what I've been doing the past 2 days. Just, you know, I would change position. Like, you see, my arm is bigger a little bit, you know, because of that. It's all swollen. It's not muscle. It's swollen. Jason, man, my goal is to find a rich wife so I can see how bad it is not to work. If you find a rich wife and not have to work, you're bad. What's bad is not to work. What's bad is that wife is about to tell you what to do.
Yep.
The honeydew.
Have you guys saw the picture with Meghan and Harry? Like, Meghan's in the front like this, and Harry is on the back behind her and go like this on her shoulder. And my wife saw that picture. She's like, yeah, you can really tell who's the bitch in that picture.
Yep.
I was like, oh my god. Oh. My goal is to win Publishers Clearinghouse. Do they still have that? Do they still have that on TV?
I didn't know they still had that.
I always think that's a scam. I never heard anybody win. Like, where that came from? I remember seeing on TV, and a lot of famous people actually, spokesperson. But I've never heard anybody win. Right? You'll hear about people win lottery and stuff like that. You never hear anybody win the Publisher House.
I got a story about that.
Oh, you do? Go ahead.
So my brother's wife came to look for a house about 3-4 months ahead of time, and she started having her mail forwarded to our house. And so, you know, long story short, they're moved on, and you know, they're living down the street from us, you know, up the street, whatever. And we're getting these phone calls and stuff and mail and everything else. And she's just, you know, frustrated by that. She's like really pissed off about the fact that we're getting all this mail and phone calls. And so she picks up the phone and she's like, "No, your name's Chris. Chris isn't here. Quit calling here. Don't call back again. Blah, blah, blah," and hung up. I'm like, "Okay, what was that about?" She's like, "Oh, it's Publishers Clearinghouse or some shit." I'm like, "What? That was Publishers Clearinghouse?" She's like, "Yeah." "And you hung up on them? Told them not to call back?" So they don't normally call. So that was probably a good deal. Because, well,
Yeah.
it wasn't us. I'm like, "Yeah, but we get a finder's fee. We get some kind of passed it on." So my sister-in-law won the lottery, Publishers Clearinghouse. Because they don't just show up at the house, right? They call ahead of time to make sure you're there.
So she
I don't
didn't
know.
win or no?
No, my wife hung up on it. That's the mess. That's the story. She hung up, told them never call back again. So they probably went to the next person on the list.
Griggs and an
Wow.
elderly lady from Wiki Bar, Pennsylvania, won like a
What I'm saying,
$10,000 a
man,
week for life
happened.
not too long ago.
It happened. So we had a chance, and my wife was so pissed off at the sister-in-law that we all lost out.
It didn't make sense though, because what do they do that they're giving away prizes? That's what I don't understand.
It's advertising.
They sell magazines.
They sell magazines?
Yeah,
And
it's
you have to
advertising.
buy. Yeah, you have to buy these magazines before you. They lead you down this path. You know, if you do this, you're in the next one.
Other
If you do
people.
this, you're in the next drawing.
Yeah.
But once you get to the part where you go, okay, I don't want any magazines. They're like, okay, well then you're not in the final drawing.
Wow, that's a big scam. It sounds like a scam. So
But everybody has to have a chance to win for it to be legal.
but
Right.
nobody ever said that was legal or not. There's so many. You know
Well,
what?
you're right about that. I agree with that. But it's been around long enough, though, that I think, if it was.
You know what else is long? I'm not gonna go down that path, but it's been a long time where this Africa prince been looking for me. He want to give me $10 million. All I had to do
Right.
is help him
Right.
transfer $20 million. It's been a long time. I don't know if you got his money yet.
Yeah, magazines and dustables.
That's cool. I didn't even know about that. I just I think that is gone for a long time, but apparently they're still going. So I guess
I
that's
guess so.
that's a good way to scam people. $10,000 a week is a lot of money.
Yeah.
So how do they keep up like? You don't sell enough magazines to keep up $10,000 a week. I don't even think a magazine company can afford a salary of anybody having $10,000 a week. Right? $40,000 a month for a magazine company? Doesn't sound right. No. FBI is holding 1.2 billion in my name. That's what the email says. We all get that kind of email, right?
Yep.
I'm very to a point. Nowadays, I'm surprised that people still fall. Just like we fall for like premium cigar scam. You're like, what?
I
what
mean, I
is
will say
premium cigar
there was one time when my mother had a chance to win the lottery, and it was funny because I had gone on a field trip to somewhere during Chinese New Year. It was from school, and we had like these little goodie bags, and they took us out to lunch and all this other stuff. In one of the goodie bags, there was a fortune cookie. On the back of the fortune cookie, you had some numbers, like a series of numbers. So I said something to my mom to play these numbers in the lottery. So all 6 numbers. She buys 2 lottery tickets. 3 of the numbers on one ticket, 3 of the other numbers on another ticket. That whole series of numbers that was on that fortune cookie, those all were the winning numbers.
That would
Yeah.
drive me insane. That's why I
Yeah.
don't buy lottery
If
tickets. That
she
would
would
drive
have
me
played
insane.
those series of numbers, we would have won whatever the jackpot was.
I'm afraid to buy a lottery ticket because, like, if you ever research into those people who ever won the lottery, no one had a good life after that.
Oh yeah, because nobody knows how to manage money.
Not only that, I mean, human has greed, right? Once your
Yeah.
family member find out that you won that kind of money, even if they are not your family member, somehow you find new family member. I'm your long lost uncle. I've never seen you before, but yeah, I'm your uncle. You know, that kind of stuff happens. People
Oh
just,
yeah.
you know, and like you can't even safely put that much money anywhere. Okay, FDIC only insures 250,000.
Right.
You know, and you gotta continuously pay tax on it every.
Yep.
Yeah, so often. So yeah, one of those things. Like, let's ask this, okay? How much money do you think you'll be happy to stop working?
100,000.
So if somebody says, "Hey, Martin, I'll give you $100,000. You'll never work again," you'll be okay with
Well, $100,000 on a consistent basis. Like, let's just say, if I were to find an asset that was paying $100,000, and that was enough for me to quit my job, I would use that money to continue building that asset or find another asset
Well,
that
that's
would
working.
bring that
That's
more money
working.
in.
Well, I'm talking about how much money can somebody pay you says you never work another day in your life. Cannot work. Your job is to spend that money now. Never work again.
Just spend that money, like, just spend it.
Just it's your money. Your job is just to
It's
live
my
on
money.
that money and do nothing else.
I mean, I don't know. I would always look at investing it.
So like,
So-
no matter, doesn't matter how much they offer you, you're just like, you know what, I need to work. Screw you, I need to
No, I
work.
wouldn't work, but I'd invest it
Investing is work.
or build a business. No,
Build a business is
mean-
working.
no. I mean, you can hire people to run that business for you, so it's not working.
Still working because you had to pay attention to that money.
Well,
But here's the thing: there's gotta be
attention to
one
your business.
amount where you're content with and never had to work again.
People gonna let you down, man. Even though you got people working, doing your business for you,
You usually
That's
go to
fine.
shit if you don't monitor it yourself.
it goes to shit. It goes to shit if you do mine.
Sherry,
Yeah,
how much
but-
money would you be content to spend for the rest of your life and not work again?
Oh, let me see. Let's see. With my age, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna live. So give me 5 million.
5 million?
5 million. I
5
think
million.
that'll last me at least. I probably got about 25 good years left. So yeah, I think 5 million would do it.
All right, let me fix that a little bit. I think the original question is: you only get that much money. The money will not grow. You will not get interest. You have to
Okay.
live off of it. So 5 million is your number.
I think so. I mean, I don't know what I would change in my life. You know what I mean? I'm probably would buy a house though, with a pool.
Yeah, I'll just buy a bathtub.
Nah,
So Albert, how much money would you be content to never work again?
I don't think I'd do that. I think I'd work at something.
That's a trick. That's a trick question.
So
for
it's
Albert.
very hard. It's very hard to tell you
Well,
never
I mean-
never work and just spend the money
Yeah.
because everything is considered somewhat working, right? For example,
Yeah,
if I wanna do a wood shop, then I have to work, yeah, because I'm doing wood, right? I can. That money means that you cannot do that workshop. You have to, like, if I want a table, I pay somebody to make me a table. No, you cannot. Greg says
Oh,
2
so
million.
you're doing the true sense of not work.
Greg says 2 million. Live off the interest. I just told you, you cannot. They will not grow. The money will not grow. The money will not earn any interest. You have to just live on it, as if it's cash. That's pretty hard.
I
right?
mean,
to
when
think
you
that
put-
you never do anything.
When you think about it, there's inflation. By the time you are in your 80s, that money's not going to be worth as much. So,
If somebody gives me $1 billion, I will stop working. In fact, every day I'm just gonna throw a cigar party. I don't give a shit. Right? I will buy cigar factories just to make me cigars and do nothing else.
Yeah.
Don't have to sell anything. Don't have to do it. Just make me cigars.
I think $1 billion should be good.
Right? $1 billion. Right? I won't even have to go to space. I'll be happy. Just with $1 billion and literally just throw cigar parties. Like, yeah, Shadow Smokes Legion party there. Shadow Smokes Legion party there. Shadow Smokes Legion party everywhere. Free cigar for everybody. Ah! That's what I would do. In fact, I'll probably go buy a few bourbon factories where we make our own bourbon. Actually, yeah, $1 billion is enough to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause
the
I mean,
challenge would be that your friends, you know, the folks you hang out with and whatever, they'd have to work, right? So now you're frustrated with their schedule.
Yeah, and I went through that before. I mean, where there's my wife and I
Yeah.
have a period of time we don't work. You can't find friends to hang out.
No,
You wake up in the morning, first thing they're working.
yep. Either bitching about having had work and all that, and
Right? Like, you
yeah,
know,
it's a grind, man. Might as well be in the grind with it and move on.
because working is type of socializing too, right? We go to see our work friends and stuff like that. You know, work family kind of thing. Some people just like their job so much that they don't really care. They go there, it's time anyway. Right? I'm not doing anything from 9 to 5. I might as well be here. Right? Like Martin, he worked in a cigar shop. He's really hanging out in the cigar shop.
Pretty much.
Yeah, don't kid yourself. You're hanging out there. You're just like, oh, I'm just gonna smoke cigar with everybody. If you wanna buy a cigar, I'll ring you up.
Hey, I do some work there. I restock boxes.
Restock boxes. Jeff Bezos Cigar Emporium. You would think that they get into that kind of stuff already. When you have that much money, your job is to spend money. Right? If your job is to spend money, it's actually not that easy. That's why a lot of people just like, forget it. I'm just gonna donate it. I can't spend that much money. Just donate. Right?
I mean, if I had the money, I'd probably donate too. I mean, hell, I've never been the type of person to just give money just because. But if I had the money, fucking share the wealth.
Tell you that Brewster's Millions.
I read a manga, Japanese comic book, has that
Yep.
story. The story is called The Black Card. Alright? Where the devil make a deal with you. Is that every month you have this amount of money on your card, you must spend it. You cannot give it away. Right? You cannot loan it out. You must spend it. And most
All
people
of it?
cannot do that. All of it. Every single penny of it.
Can't do that.
It's very hard. It's a
You're always
large
gonna have
amount.
some. You're gonna always have some stuff left over.
That's why people always loses in that story. They'll end up getting their soul taken away because they cannot spend that much money. At first, everybody's happy. They're like, oh my god, I got a card to buy everything. And we just go buy clothes, they buy car, they buy whatever.
And where are you
Probably
gonna put all
find out how long it takes to buy shit, dude.
Not only that, buy it, you cannot give it away. So, for example, if I go out there and say, okay, I gotta spend $100,000. I go out there and buy 10 Birkin bags. Oh, that's $100,000, right? I must keep those. I cannot give it away.
Right.
So in that concept, it's actually very, very hard to spend that much money.
It's kind of a chore. You're spending money all day. You're working for money to spend money.
And exactly. So those people that you see are very wealthy today, that's how their life is like right now. They make so much money, they don't know what to do with it. Their job is to spend it, because if they don't, the economy don't have money circulating. They must spend it. And that became a chore. That's why majority of them became just donate everything. Start a trust, start a foundation and whatever, just donate it out. Because they can't spend that much money. And they need to, because they don't. Can you imagine if one person earned all the money in the US, no money circulating around, then nobody will have money.
Right.
Right? There's only so much money. Right now, we already have more digital money than actual money. We have more money than the bank actually has. Right?
Right.
Technically. So, if they don't spend money, no money circulating, the money has no value. So their job is to spend money. Can you imagine how stressful that is? You think spending money is great, but it's because we can't. There's things that we cannot afford, so we think spend money is great. But once you get to that point where you had to spend money, you're like, oh my god, that's hard. I mean, imagine Sherry can only drink so much Clinton or Crown Royal a day. She'll have to buy the entire factory and have them make a lot of Crown Royal that she cannot give away. She'll be like, I'm sick of peach now. Don't give me peach.
Screwball.
Screwball! And then she'll have to buy Screwball. And then, like, you know, Screwball is the next one. You know, I'm done with peanut butter. You know?
Yeah.
Give me something else.
Flavored Ciroc.
Yeah. Right. Watermelon. Ooh.
Watermelon? There's watermelon Crown Royal?
No.
That would be interesting,
Watermelon
though.
Ciroc.
Ciroc. Vodka.
So, you know, if you think about that, like, I always think about that. Me and my wife is like, oh, why is making money so hard? She said that. I was like, you kidding me, right? And she's like, yeah, I wish you can live like, you know, Kim Kardashian or whatever. I was like, their job is to spend money, and they don't really have that much money. Like, if you think that what you see on this thing is money, then you're wrong. You know, why do you think Kanye is crazy? Too much money on him. That's why he's crazy.
He's also bipolar.
But like I don't know, Britney Spears, she's not bipolar, right? Same thing, go crazy.
But she's crazy.
Right? If you think about all that, spending money become a chore. It's actually pretty sad. I like to have a goal where when you accomplish that goal, it feels great. It feels absolutely awesome. Your goal wouldn't be like, all right, wake up in the morning, which factory am I gonna buy today? Damn it, you know. Who am I gonna tell to do my work today? Right? They have to go find something to do. I mean, the world is only so small. It wouldn't take a whole year to, if you have enough money, it would not take a whole year to travel in the entire world. Your life would be so boring, you'll be like, I want to go to North Korea. Right? You'll be like Dennis Rodman. I want to go to Korea.
That's what Dennis Rodman was thinking. Yeah. Let's just go blow shit up.
Right? I want to go to Afghanistan. See how much money I can give to them for me to drive their tank. Just put it out there. Their tank is U.S. tank, so you're just driving U.S. tank. I'm pretty sure you can donate enough money to the U.S. military, they will let you ride a tank for a day. Just saying.
You can go down to Texas and ride a tank for the day.
Really? How much does that cost?
You don't remember? You don't remember Cigars Daily went and rode tanks and shotguns?
I thought that was one of his friend's tank. I don't know.
No, that's in Texas. You can go and ride a fucking tank.
How much does that cost?
I don't know.
Because those tanks must
It's
like,
down.
you know, 1 gallon per second. You're burning through 1 gallon of gasoline per second.
Well, that thing's got to be diesel.
Still, it still eats gasoline like crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sherry, what's on your bucket? Something that's special.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Wow. I don't know.
You don't have one?
Not a physical bucket list.
You know,
there's
not
some
like
places I'd like to visit, you know.
You need to start writing that stuff down.
Yeah.
What I started doing is go on Google Maps, and just start Googling shit. When you find somewhere like a really nice picture of like a lake and mountains and everything, pin it to I want to go there.
So you have a bunch of pins at Sherry's address. Beautiful lake, pretty lake avenue.
That's right.
Right? Like, you know, there's gotta be some sort of bucket list. Albert, you have a bucket list of something that you really want to do that's really special, different, not like bungee jumping or anything, but like, you know, something different.
Bucket list. Travel. Do some more traveling.
Like, I can't even say, hey, Sherry, do you have a bucket list of bungee jumping or like skydiving? You know, Sherry probably's like, been there, done that, sorry. You know?
No, I have
some more
not.
traveling.
Yeah, traveling. Other places I would like to go to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. I've never been to Las Vegas. I'd like to go to Las Vegas.
Oh, you know what? We can actually do a Hawaii member meet. We have 2 members there now. Grace says, I work for a grocery store. The owner put $10 million in trust fund for each of his grandchildren, with stipulation they had to get a college degree. You know, that's actually not that hard nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
College degree has become something more of a piece of paper than right? Like, it's really hard to get thrown out of college nowadays. By the time they were able to get it, they had over 36 million. With the inflation at that time, you're talking about maybe 10 years later, that's worth about $1,000. Davidoff cigar, man. I always had that flavor, woody, still peppery, kind of a little bit. It's got that smooth, the Criollo flavor. It's really nice. Davidoff's nice. I just had to say Davidoff's nice. I'm not a Davidoff fan, but Davidoff's nice. You know, a lot of time I'm chatting, I'm smoking Davidoff. I'm so used to that flavor, I forget I'm smoking something. It become a muscle memory. I'm just like, puff, puff, puff. Almost like chatting with you guys, I'll be like drinking, and I don't know how sweet this drink is after a few minutes. This thing will give me 1 pound, and I had to do exercise after this. You would think that smoking cigars is exercise. You know? People say that you could practice to make your mouth, like the jawline, really sharp. You know, see those models? Like, they have a face like this. By practicing sucking on the straw. I suck on straw all day. For some reason, I have a face that's opposite of that. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna, My wife was just talking about, you remember how I met you? You're very, like, sculpted and everything. You got, 6-pack. Your arms half the size. I'm like, yeah, that's when I was young.
Yeah, 100 years later.
100 years later, I had to go through some weight packing. I don't want to be one of those skinny old people. I want to be the the fat old people. That means I eat. She found one of my old jeans, size 28 jeans, and then she put it right next to my current jeans. That you get like the whole, 28 and then 33. No, that's 5 inches wider. Like, what happened? I was like, you happened. When I'm single, I don't go eat junk food. I just work.
Johnny, you can get bigger, man.
Huh?
Jean sizes go higher than that, brother.
Yep. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's different. I don't know how James got to his size. 5X's.
I know.
That's a lot of beer.
It's a lot of the medicine you had to deal with.
Oh yeah, okay, medicine will do that to you. Yes, medicine. But I'm not even on medicine, so I'm gaining weight.
Yeah, that's funny. When I told my doctor that, she had given me prednisone for my inflammation, and after just a week of taking it, I went back to her and I said, I stopped taking it. She's like, why? I was like, because I bloated and it made me feel fat. So I was like, I just stopped taking it.
She's like,
well, what have you been doing for pain? I was like, I've just been taking meloxicam because it helps with the pain and I don't feel bloated all the time.
You can actually go back on keto. That will reduce that inflammation a little.
Yeah, I know.
Since you brought James up, he, even through his 40s, man, he was pretty, I won't say he was fit. He wasn't 20-year-old fit, but he didn't carry a lot of weight. I know that.
I cannot imagine James looking fit. Because I've never seen him fit. Can you imagine? Okay, now close your eyes and think about James fit with a 6-pack. No, I can't. I got blank.
When he was younger in the military, things like that, he carried his weight really well. I mean, he didn't have a lot of extra weight. He was,
which is understandable. You're always in a place that's hot.
He was athletic. Is the point.
You're always doing exercise.
And he managed his weight, and he worked out. He did stuff. So I mean, but he carried it pretty well in his 40s. I mean, that's when that's when your metabolism tends to kind of go down and all that kind of stuff.
Have a good night, Jason.
But it had to do a lot with the medicine he took and stuff. So,
You know, people when people
and
get old.
his neck issue, right? So he's not able to go work out.
Okay, so I understand the neck issue, but doesn't that mean just time to not do exercise that includes this?
No, it's nah.
I mean, honestly,
Because
I
your
mean,
neck
I don't
affects
know.
everything you do, man.
I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know because I don't know what his condition is and how hard it is for him to lose weight with all the medications. But keto, just dieting, is going to help some.
Oh yeah.
You know, they say that the best way to maintain some weight is simply walking.
Yeah.
We don't walk anymore.
Yeah, we're always stuck in front of a computer talking to Soy Sauce Assassin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I remember back in the day, kids, right, will walk whatever distance to go to the mall. This could be 1
yeah, I
hour, 2 hours. They'll walk that distance. Right
I ride my
now,
bike.
if you tell me to drive to a cigar shop and have to park farther space, which probably take about 30 steps, I'll be like, that's too far.
No, I mean, I've seen, like, here in downtown Plano, every once in a while, we'll see, like, because people riding skateboards and riding bikes and stuff. And, like, it's, like, not even, like, skinny dudes. It's like, bigger guys who are out there just skateboarding, just trying to lose weight.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore. Like I can understand Sherry get to walk her backyard, you know, the nice lake and beach and everything, and you know, and walk from the parking lot to the beach, showing off and keep everybody away from her cigar. But like, I can't imagine
Nope.
anybody else
It
does.
attracts them. The
Right?
cigar smoke attracts them.
They're like, oh, I want to know what that smoke is. I'm not gonna go ask her. I'm just gonna sit near her. So yeah, we don't do that anymore. Like Martin, when is the last time you had a walk that's longer than 30 minutes?
Last year we used to do like family walks and stuff, so less than a year.
Less than a year. Albert probably gets to walk a lot in the school, right? Because you had to walk from
Yeah, you
office to
walk around
class.
fine.
Huh?
Yeah, you can't sit down.
Yeah. So see, Albert is pretty fit for his age, and look at his arm. Not necessary. But you know, it's pretty good. Kind of thing, you know.
I mean, I will say, like, we're at work, I'm constantly moving. Like, our dealership is huge. So, like, just going from where I'm at to the warehouse, upstairs, downstairs, walking through the dealership. I mean, it's a lot of walking throughout the day.
Right? That it's hard to keep weight off. Once you hit a certain age, it's hard to keep the weight off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
tough.
No, I
And your body wants you to keep it too, man.
your body wants to keep moving,
Equilibrium.
right? But you also eat the amount of energy that's required to do that.
Right.
It's pretty hard. As an adult, you go to a party and someone's drinking, you'll be like, no, thank you, I just want water. That doesn't happen. Come on. unless you're Michael. Michael is pretty skinny.
Michael doesn't gain weight.
Michael doesn't drink.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And that's like the one of the biggest, because 1 cup of bourbon is like a slice of bread.
Yeah.
Technically, in terms of calories. I mean, I love to drink. When I go hang out with friends, I would drink. At home, I wouldn't, but I have my wife here. And the things about having a wife is that when she go out and buy a cake, she take 2 bites, and the rest is yours. Even if you don't like it. She bought a 14 level carrot cake. So thick. Like this tall. I'm not kidding,
Wow.
It's this tall.
Oh my God.
Yeah, took 3 days to eat it. And guess which stomach that I end up with. And I don't like carrot cake. But I'm not gonna just throw that in the trash. That cake was $20.
Wow.
And all because she wanna eat a few bites of that carrot cake. Right? So you know, whenever she wanna eat something, I wanna try that cake, I wanna try this cake. And then she'll give you that, oh, I can't, I don't think I'll finish it. You have to say, yeah, if you buy, I'll share it. sharing means you can take 2 bites. I'll eat the rest of it. I'll take all the calorie. You know,
Wow.
she's like,
Tony
she
was
always
like
said,
this.
we had to share the calorie, share the love. Right? I had to go. I had to do like maybe 1,000 of those to eat 1 bite of that cake.
Yeah.
It doesn't help. It doesn't
See-
help.
See, my thing is the sugar in the freaking cakes, man. Like, even when we're at like parties and stuff, I'll scrape all that freaking frosting off. It's just too much sugar, man.
But the sugar is already in the cake. I mean, the frosting
Well, I
doesn't
know,
really matter.
The
And
frosting
here's the
doesn't
thing.
so much-
But
it's
those
like
people who
cake
doesn't
with
know.
frosting.
But those people doesn't know. Frosting is literally melted sugar. It's nothing else but melted sugar.
No, it's more than that.
Well, melted sugar and maybe flour or starch. But
Lard,
okay,
Crisco,
lard.
Crisco. Yeah, like fat, pure fat.
But fat is not bad. Sugar is.
Right.
You can eat fat all you want. It will not.
Well, true, but it.
See,
Come on,
Albert
dude.
have never go through keto diet, so he doesn't know how it feels like literally shit fat. Alright, that
Just
does
out.
happen. Your body will get rid of excess fat if it cannot process it. And that literally happened. That sounds very disgusting, but if you go to keto, anybody who's on the chat right now that have been through keto will tell you that they ate one meal just way too much fat and they went to shit fat. Literally does happen. Martin is like laughing, he's like, cause he knows.
Yeah, it's a lot of waste. I'll say that.
Right? So
I just remember I pissed a lot when I was on keto.
So you literally, fat is not bad. I mean, yeah, cholesterol and everything, but you only have so much cholesterol because you have sugar that keep the cholesterol in your body.
Yeah.
If you don't eat the sugar, there's no carbohydrate. Your body will not process those. Just get rid of it. Your brain is 70% cholesterol. Just saying. Somebody needs to come out with an actual cigar where you smoke it, you lose weight. Oh yeah, they did came out with it.
I'll
They
buy
did
that. Give me 20 boxes.
Yeah, I think those are called heroin. Heroin. Smoke heroin, lose weight. But yeah, somebody needs to come out with something like that where a cigar might curve your appetite or something like that, right? There's gotta be something. No. If you look at those Native Americans, they're pretty skinny and they eat it. No? You would think they have a cigar like that. You would, yeah, hey, they can make a cigar out of marijuana, but they can't make a cigar out of dietary herb.
All right, you guys, I gotta call it a night.
All right, have a good night, Sherry.
All right, Sherry.
Good night, bud.
Peace.
Peace. Now, how will it? Now I have a good idea. Martin, we need to try this. Martin's out like, no. Take a cigar, soaking apple cider vinegar, and smoke it.
No. One, I don't like apple cider vinegar. Two, I don't want to put myself through that pain.
Really? You go through a spicy noodle, but you won't go through.
Hell yeah, I eat spicy noodles all day, and I'm still gonna do that one chip challenge too. I'll probably do that on Friday.
No. Before you do anything, go back and edit that damn video that I still haven't released yet.
Oh, it's already edited. It's coming out on Friday.
Okay. Because I went back and rewatched the Tim's video, and I heard my own voice in there. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He literally didn't cut that whole section.
Yeah, he just let it ride.
I thought it was kind of funny because I heard my voice. My wife was right next to me when I watched that. She's like, "Is that your voice?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "That sounds horrible." I was like, "Yeah, I gotta put all those people through me talking for 2 hours all the time." But yeah, I'm really looking forward to next year. PPE. I'm hoping to see something new. Because I miss those times, like, before COVID. Every year, there's something new. There is something new cigar being announced. There's some cigars that you didn't hear of before and being released.
I mean, I think we've had a lot of good stuff so far this year.
We have, but I feel like all the cigar that's being released, probably what, maybe 10 cigars that was new this year.
There's been a lot more than that.
Well, in terms of visibility to us, something new,
Well,
and
I mean,
what's being announced.
Well, I mean, if you really follow Half Wheel, they have a list of everything new that came out from the manufacturer. Not everything gets promoted, but there's always stuff that's new coming out.
I feel like a lot of them were re-releases. They're not really new.
Yeah, I mean, some have new sizes and shit like that.
Yeah, but that's not new. Like Pledge is new, right? Patrimonio is new, and those, I feel
I'm
like
smoking that one tomorrow, by the way.
I feel like even though it was a good cigar, right? It was even more of an impressive cigar because you haven't seen a lot of other cigar that came out that was crappy, right? Like years back, you'll be able to name a lot of crappy cigar that came out that year.
Oh yeah.
But the past 2 years, most cigar get a good rating. Most cigar get a good review. Most. Because there isn't a lot.
Not from Martina Maya.
Well, Martina Maya will only like cigars that taste like crayon, plus some watercoloring, color, fruity marker. But you know what I'm saying, right? Because here, Martin, even some of the cigars you reviewed, well, most of the cigars you review, are cigars that has existed a lot work. They were sitting in your queue for a long time.
Right.
So a lot of cigar you review has been there. It's not, with a few exceptions that are new. Most have been sitting there, right? So I'm hoping for that excitement of all the factories says, you know what, our factories are back to work and everything. New stuff can be pumped out. That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, I think 2019 was like that, where there was a lot of new stuff coming out.
Say that again. What was like
2019 was really good for 2019 had a lot of new stuff coming out.
2019.
Yes. I'm gonna head out, man. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, Albert.
See
What's up?
2019.
It's 9:30. What the fuck? Yeah, 2019 had a lot of good stuff coming out. I remember they came out with like every manufacturer had stuff like just boom, 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 boom. And I feel like 2020 there wasn't a whole lot. There's some this year. There's a lot of good stuff that's come out this year that I have in my humidor that's ready to review. But I think 2019 and 2018 there was like a lot of good new stuff.
2019. Let me just rewind back. Yeah, 2019 is when Shadow Smokers Legion kind of started, right? So we started January, and then we going at it. And there's always something new. Like at that time, we're doing a lot of group buy. Remember? There's always something new.
Oh yeah.
And the stuff that came out is new, with the exception of Avo. All right, all the stuff were new. So that was exciting. What is this? Well, my fiance's special need nephew that we have custody of. What just a local different news. I'm so proud. Time for another celebration. Yeah.
There you go.
Celebration, guys. Always.
Who that? Greg? Hell yeah.
Like, and I remember around that time, like 2018, 2019, right? TNT was on fire at the time because there's always something to talk about. There was always something that's about to come out. Every day was just like, oh, I wonder what next week have.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They will go to the IPCPR, and then every brand has something. 2020, davidoff had nothing but Yamasa. They were just revamping the Yamasa. There was nothing. It was disappointing. So I wanted to have that excitement back again, where every time we're like, oh, have you heard about that new cigar that came out? Like we got to a point where right now we are very impressed to see Cavalier cigar, even though Cavalier cigar has been there forever. Right? That's old cigar. Right?
Right.
And there's not much should be excited. You go to a shop. You're looking for something that's in the past, not new.
Right.
And that's I think that's bad. I think that's sad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think like even with my shop, the new to humidor stuff is all old stuff that just got replenished. That was at one point in time hype.
Right? Like right now, if you go to a shop, you see, I don't know, Pappy Van Winkle. Ooh. But that's not
Yep.
new. When it came out, we already ooh. And now we looked at it like, ooh, they have it. But it wasn't because there was something new. Right? Cohiba had the Weller one.
Yep.
It's expensive. And it's not that exciting.
It was for me.
What I say exciting meaning seeing it, not smoking.
Seeing and smoking it.
For me, when I looked at it, I was like, okay, I'm the Cohiba. You know?
I mean, it kind of it looked boring,
It looked boring.
but it was kind of cool seeing that little Weller thing on the bottom. I was like, that's cool.
And what else did we have? Davidoff considered Pledge as something exciting. Somebody go to Davidoff and saw they sell Pledge. That was exciting, but we already had it for a while. You know
I mean,
what I'm
there's still new stuff coming out this year. Like there was the new Las Calaveras, there was the Patrimonio, there was the Taino. What else?
Was Taino new? Taino, I thought was a
The
repackage.
Blue Band Taino was a new blend.
Okay.
So I have to review that one too. I picked that up from Little Guy Cigar Shop. But I can't think of anything at the top of my head right now that I want to pick up. There's a new La Gloria Cubana called Passion. I want to try that one. But the only thing I can think of is like within the last 2 months that's come out that's really good that I want to get. I mean,
Okay. So I'm looking at the Taino Heritage. That's the blue.
yeah. So if you want to look at the list of everything that's come out this year, go to Half Wheel 2021 releases,
Right,
and you'll see a list of
Half Wheel.
everything new that came out this year so far.
We'll see how many are actually that. Okay, so 1502 Emerald Robusto. That's just a new size. That's not a new cigar.
New size.
1502 XO. New size. Not new cigar. 601 Black. New size. Not new cigar.
Re-released.
Huh? Re-released. Yeah, but then just basically a different size every time, right?
Right. I mean, we got the new Warhead, but that's just the size because the blend is the same.
Right? And then Factory 57, I have not tried those, so I can talk about it. The Hustler, I've never seen any store that sells it.
Never seen it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like this list, majority are re-releases.
Yeah.
Agnosa Leaf, those are re-releases too, no?
I don't know which ones.
This is Anniversario Maduro.
Probably.
So it's re-released. Right? Aging Root Quattro, 50th anniversary JR, that's re-released too. For their retail only. Aladino Reserva, that is a re-release of a different Vitola.
They had that Aladino
Vintage Selection and Long. That's also just a different side.
There was that new Aladino that has the Cameroon wrapper. It was a Honduran wrapper. It was a Brazilian. No, what is it? African Cameroon wrapper grown in Honduras. That was a new cigar for this year.
No,
I think.
This says the two that's listed, right? Both are line extension, which means just a new side.
Okay.
Right.
So then that probably came out last year.
And then Alec Bradley Black Market, Filthy Hooligan, those are re-released.
Yearly release.
Rock, re-release. Magic Toast Box Press, different size.
Yep.
PCA 2021 exclusive. I have not tried it. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Right?
That was only two people who went to the PCA.
The Trilogy, I think those are re-release stuff. I don't.
The David and Goliath were new for this year from Foundation. Well, but I think that's a different size too.
And out of the Arturo Fuente, all of
Arturo
the
Fuente
stuff.
had a new Opus X, I think.
Well, right now here it says all four of Arturo were line extensions released.
Okay.
Silence, I think those are re-released. It's just different size. April Fools, I've not tried.
Yeah, I think that's a new cigar for this year.
Okay, and then you keep going down. Let's see. Avo had the Synchro Caribe. I've never tried it, but I don't trust Avo. So.
Right.
Greg says, I got a few Davidoff cigar because Tony. No! Not my fault! Baca, which is just a new size.
Release.
Baracoa, the Voyage, which technically.
The Barbacoa by
The Voyage.
Rojas? Oh, yeah.
That's a re-release.
That's a
Different,
release.
on a different brand. Right?
Yeah.
So if you look at here, majority of stuff that's limited edition are probably re-released. And majority are line extensions, which is just different size. Right? Yeah. The new lines are not that many. Like for example, you see Buffalo Trace. You see 3 of them that will list as new line, but if you look at it, it's 3 different sizes. Same cigar.
Yeah, but it was also a re-release because that cigar came out a couple years ago.
Okay. And Cabaiguan, I don't know, my father's cigar, those are line extension too. CAO, all line extension, all different Vitola.
Okay. CAO had that new V21.
V21, this is limited edition. Carb V20. Okay, that's new. Okay. So if I'm going down, like the entire line of Casa Tourette, that's all new Vitola. That's it. So they are not new cigar. Majority, yeah, they have a lot, but they're actually just re-reduced or changed size.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, a majority is not crazy, exciting stuff. It's like, oh, it's a new size. You know?
Right.
Davidoff, let's say, here's the thing. Davidoff's limited edition regional stuff are technically not new. It's repackaged. We just can't tell what it is because they're on the close on a lot of stuff.
Right.
You know, they just pick whatever that's most popular at that region and re-release it. Right? And if I keep scrolling down, they said Opus X had something new.
I think they did. That a new one came out, I think.
Rocky Patel has a lot of new stuff, but I haven't been smoking back Rocky Patel.
Yeah. I mean, he had, I think, 1 or 2 this year that I know of.
And
Placencia had the Sixto Natural.
that is new. That is new. Well, technically not new, but new. Because they just, only thing they replaced was the outside wrapper.
The wrapper. Yeah.
So technically, Opus X25. That's new. Opus X Heaven Earth Rare Black Double Corona. That's just a size change. So, PDR has a lot of new stuff, but they are flavored. Rose Cafe, Natural, Rose Corona. Yeah. And a lot of them on different sizes. Perdomo had the 10th anniversary thing. That's new, right? But that was last year, is it? Yeah, that was last year, right?
They had an Immenso came out, which was like a 5x60 and a 6x60. I think. No, 5x70 and a 6x70.
I remember when they first came out, Opus X. Now you can't find them anywhere. They're ridiculous in price. Yeah.
Yep.
And like I told you guys before, a lot of time you're buying cigars, also paying the price of the packaging. And Opus X has some ridiculous packaging. Especially see the one with the drawers. You know, that's why you pay. The cigar itself really technically don't cost that much, but you had to share the burden of the cost of the box. So, and there are some serious collector of Opus X. Even though, I mean, I personally don't like it, but yeah. Tatuaje, the entire monster line are considered new, but they are just different sizes.
True.
right? So okay, Trinidad, the Espiritu. I think they're all different sizes. There's series number 2, they're different sizes. So technically one cigar from that, but different sizes. Undercrown 10. Okay, Undercrown 10 is pretty good. Undercrown 10
Yeah,
is
that's a
pretty
good
good
one.
release. Viaje, I don't buy them anymore, so I actually don't know anything about them. So let's moving down. Wellers by Cohiba, that's new. Xenos with the Honduras line, it's still one cigar. 3 different sizes. Robusto, Short Torpedo, and Toro. So, you know, if you look at all that, it's just different sizes of a lot of cigars.
Right.
So, you know, yeah, out of 813 entries, can you really say, I think there's only a handful of new cigars. That's why I say it's not that exciting. It's not. Oh my God! Check this out! Check that out! Check this out! It's more like, hey, did you hear about a new size of a specific cigar? Warfighter had new sizes too. Okay, Jaguar was new. Jaguar is something that's new, I believe.
Jaguar came out last year.
It's just 2021.
No, that was a re-release for this year.
Okay, so re-release. All right. So yeah, handful. Like I said, it's only a handful of cigars that you can actually really fully say that's new, and not just the size, or not re-release. Patrimonio, yes, it's new. That which we already talked about. So,
Right.
I mean, that's handful, right?
Right.
Probably one hand can carry all the new cigars that's actually considered just new. You can have a whole stack of cigars that's a handful of cigars that's considered new. The rest is not new. And you know, that's the point. That's the problem. I don't feel like anything that came out was like, oh my God, that's new. I absolutely had to buy it and try it. I haven't had that feeling since, like you said, 2019.
Right.
Because 2019 we had a good year. Every day we have something. Every week we're like, hey, group buy, something new came out. Right? But now we don't, because there's nothing new. And majority obviously had to do with COVID and factory not at full capacity, 30% capacity, all that stuff. Can't find boxes and stuff like that. I'm hoping a lot of them will just hold back. So we can't release it, so let's hold it until we can. And like 2022, something like that, it's gonna have an explosive amount of cigar that's just gonna be out there. That would
Hopefully.
I did find that the Chinese cigar store that I buy from, they still have Year of the Ox for Chinese cigar. I'm thinking why not I should buy it. Chinese cigar Year of the Ox. Expensive though. I think it was like $400 for like 10. But the box is beautiful. The box is like carved in. Let me see if I can find pictures. Pictures will tell it all, right?
Right. They haven't released the Year of the Tiger yet, have they, Davidoff?
No, not yet. If they have, I will have pre-ordered it. So I just had to go pick it up. But here we go. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
What's it going to be, a box of 10?
I think it's a box of 10. Because right now it's a box. Hold on. Let me, hold on. Let me get the picture. Because I was looking at it today. I was like, oh, did I have it yet? Because I check in it every day just to see if I can find it. Come on, I definitely found it today. Where's the website? They change their website around all the time. Like, all the time I can't find it. Here we go. Found it. And then Chinese cigar. This website is crappy. Scrappy Cocoa. I think it's this one. Alright, here we go. Come on. Let me click on it. Come on. 12. Okay. Year of the Ox.
You're the Ox or you're the Tiger?
Year of the Ox. Tiger's not out yet. but you can probably expect to the design to be similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. Save. I can show it.
Greg, try the papas fritas.
Just don't get nasty Frida. Nasty Frida is
No.
nasty.
I'm gonna review that nasty fritas and see how nasty it is to me.
Oh, it's nasty.
I got 2.
All right, here we go. Pictures. Wow, that's a tiny ass picture. Make it bigger. See the box?
Mm-hmm.
So it's carved over, and then they put black ink over it.
Okay.
What's really annoying is that warning is also carved in.
Wow.
Yeah, but it looks good. It looks good. And I can only imagine the tiger one's gonna look good too, because they did the same thing for the year before that too. See, the year before that was Year of the Monkey.
Okay.
I can get pictures. That's good. Go. Save. These pictures are tiny. One second. There we go. And boom. So you see how that is carved in?
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful boxes. They're just expensive. So I'm thinking the tiger one is gonna look absolutely awesome. So gonna have to get the tiger. But I don't know if I will be able to get one. So I don't know if they're gonna release it, when to release it, how much it will release it. Especially with the way China is right now. It's tough. It's tough. You know how right now everywhere is lacking semiconductor and chips, right? Like microchips.
Right.
So supply and demand, everybody knows that, right? When there's low supply, demands are high, prices go up. Right?
Right.
That's like a common thing. Everybody should know about that. Right? It's a common concept. So China decided to make a law says you cannot adjust prices due to supply and demand. And not only that, they fined the company that makes microchip. I don't know, like $2 million and $5 million, because they adjust the price to fit supply and demand. So can you imagine? I mean, that would be a good thing. So if you want to buy Waller at a good price, go to China to buy it. Because they can't adjust the price. You can't adjust your supply and demand anymore. Everything that's rare, you can now buy at the correct price, MSRP. They also made a law that like VTubers cannot get donation and money. So there will be no longer any reason for anybody in China to be a VTuber, because he can no longer donate. How funny is that? They're like, yeah, we gotta ruin everybody's chance to make money.
Yeah. I mean, what about ad revenue in China?
Say that again? Ad revenue?
What about ad revenue?
Okay, so yeah, you can get ad revenue, but the ad had to be evaluated first by the government. Also, they make it illegal to have false advertising, which is kind of good. And when I mean by false advertising, now here's an example. Let's say some company came out with a lotion that you put on your skin that's gonna make your skin youth by 5 years or something like that. Let's say that's a claim, which is normal, right? That's normal for any lotion. That make your appearance younger by 5 years. Now, if anybody put it on there and their skin did not look younger by 5 years, they can report it and the company will get fined. Not only the company will get fined, the spokesperson will get fined for willingly representing a product that they know that doesn't work. So yeah, ads. I want to go to China and just order a hamburger and say that's not how it looks like. McDonald's
Yeah.
hamburger look like this. This is what I got.
I mean, I wonder how the ads change from country to country, because with Red Bull, if Red Bull doesn't actually give you wings in China, you can't advertise that, right?
Red Bull doesn't have the same commercial in China.
Yeah.
It's just advertised as an energy drink, but they exaggerate it. You know, like, you know, for example, if you look at a lot of Japan, they sell a lot of energy drink because Japanese people work like hell, right? They'll sell energy drink, and then basically they will advertise like you drink it, you're like superpower, you can work for another 10 hours, kind of thing like that. That would be illegal in China, because if somebody drink it and they're like, I passed out after 2 hours, well, the product doesn't work.
What about like 5-hour energy?
5-hour energy actually have what they say as a scientific evaluation. That actually will make you last 5 hours, but you'll crash like no tomorrow after that 5 hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You'll crash hard. So yeah, technically that will work. They can advertise it's 5-hour energy, but you'll crash very hard. They don't sell 5-hour energy in Asia. I've looked for it before. They don't have it. They have those Chinese brand of like herbal, homeopathic herb thing that if you drink it, you can. And technically, it's all caffeine. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right? Shitload amount, like 5,000% of vitamin B and caffeine. That's pretty much every energy drink. Right? So, I mean, that is debatable. I mean, I would say 5-hour energy will be clear because they actually have researchers done to evaluate that 5 hours. I've tried it. It will last you 5 hours. But after 5 hours, oh my god, I can't even keep my eyes open. I'm just die. So for those people who never tried 5-hour energy before, try that. You will have so much energy. I mean, not so much energy, but like you can't fall asleep for 5 hours. But after 5 hours, you're like, not only you'll be like, you'll snore and drool. That's how deep asleep you are. It's a dangerous thing to drink. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much what happened in China, right? Like, no, it's not. In a way, I think that's good because a lot of U.S. product has false claim, and we can't do anything about that because what's that? Result my berry, that little fine line at the very bottom commercial, result my berry. But right now, China's basically saying that you cannot say result my berry. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't. Which I think is a good thing. I mean, I think a lot of companies should hold that as a standard, right? But for the same thing, that means no cigar can be advertised. Because if somebody was to say, hey, this cigar tastes like chocolate, and somebody smoke it, it doesn't taste like chocolate, and they bring it to a scientific lab, and then just try to look for, like, you know, evidence of chocolate, it's not in there, someone's gotta get fined.
I mean, but it's also subjective.
Exactly. But that's the thing. The law doesn't leave room for subject.
Well,
Right? I used to drink fruit punch Rockstar. I'm a drummer, but I'm no rock star. You could be one if you want to. You could be one. Who was that? There was one person that literally called himself a rock star. He had like 5 fans. There was a story like that. I can't remember the exact name. Like, but then, like, you know, you're a rock star if you want to.
I mean, Lars Teton does that too. Lars Teton, the cigar manufacturer, cigar maker. He's got a rock band, and he plays a lot of music on his YouTube channel, and he used to go to all these gigs or whatever, and he's like, I'm a rock star.
Yeah,
but
like, you know, what's wrong with Rockstar? I mean, Rockstar, just like I can never imagine Tim Swanson go like on a band, but apparently he goes to the band, right? Something like that.
Something like that. I think
he's a pastor and he's a band.
Something.
Can you imagine? I can kind of imagine Tim Swanson being a pastor, but I cannot imagine him being a band.
I don't know.
I definitely cannot imagine him being a professional MMA fighter based on his pictures. Tim, if you're watching this, wear a face guard. I'm telling you.
Tim, you're watching this.
Wear a face guard. Seriously, you look like someone beat you down to the floor and then kick you a few more times. That's how it looks like. It doesn't look like punches. It looks like somebody literally kicked you. You know, because those wounds are like, yeah, that looks pretty bad. My wife was like, wait, did Tim go to work like this? I said, yeah, the day we met him, he still have a little bruise right here.
A little bit of bruising, yeah. And I think that night he had gone and he got another bruise.
Yeah, he showed the picture. The whole entire face got beat up. So, I don't know. I mean, I can't obviously go to my client meeting like that. They'll be like, Tony, did you run a punching scan? Like, 50 people beat you up or something like that? So, no. Just saying. So, Tim, if you're watching this, wear a face guard next time. It's okay. It's okay to wear a face guard. I know you're trying to learn skills and stuff like that, but getting beat in the face, your opponent have no concern over like that. You have to go back to work. Right? Can you imagine Martin Amaya get his face handed to him and then go back to the work the next day? They probably send him home. He's like, dude, I'm not gonna ask what happened, but you can go home for the day.
No YouTube videos for a week.
Right? No filter is gonna help that one. That's pretty bad. So, I digress. Where were I? Yeah. A lot of people you can't. I have a friend. I don't know if I told you guys before. Like he worked for Google now. He like he worked for a startup, and then startup got purchased by Twitter, and Twitter got purchased by Google. He ended up with Google. His father is the down-tonest person you have never met. I'm afraid that he's gonna watch this. But if you ever met him, the way he talked, you would think that he is almost gay. He talk kind of girly. Okay. White hair. I think he's a teacher or something. You would never imagine him do anything crazy. You can't even imagine him running. He probably run like what's his name? Cigar. Jason Cigar or something like that. What's his name?
Yeah.
He probably end up running like that. He have a rock band for 20 years. Can you imagine he go, I can't. This guy just never looked like he will scream at all. He will not be able to sing loud. He talks so low, I can literally not hear him sitting across from me. Like, it was impossible to imagine him being a rock band, but he does, and he goes on tour.
Yeah, that's weird.
And literally, I was like, I don't believe this thing. But his mother literally married him when he was in the rock band. You can never imagine. You're like, something happened. Never imagine. This guy cannot talk loud. He needs a megaphone, not a microphone, to sing. Like, he needs to hold up, oh, everybody, I'm about to sing. Like one of those big megaphones to be able to hear him. But apparently, he's a very popular band. People go to his his tours and all that stuff. I can never imagine. Right? Almost like you look at Martin Maya, you would never imagine he smoked cigars when he was walking around. He's driving his sports car, sunglasses, showing his shifting videos. You're like, Martin Maya smokes cigars? What? Right? You look at this Asian guy, you're like, this Asian guy's full of shit. He would not. He doesn't know about cigars. He doesn't smoke. He probably have those like Asian squat in the middle of the corner, smoking cigarettes. Granted, that's what I do a lot of the time. But now I smoke cigars. You'll never imagine. So it's really, really tough to imagine something.
Yep.
It's hard. It's hard. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, like I say, I'm hoping next year to be a better year. I'm tired of this year. I'm so glad that we even have an event that kind of had a blast.
Yeah.
But I can tell you at the beginning of the year, January, I was following. I was like, let's do this project, let's do that project, and they all kind of fall in the hole and never came out. I was very disappointed. I was like, this year's gonna suck. Suck so bad. And then like, you know, yeah, we see a few cigars released here and there, and then we see delays, like patrimonial delay for 2 months, that kind of stuff. Like this year really sucked. This year really sucked. Like, you know, I'm in a way, when I hear that IPCPR is no longer for public, I was like, yeah, because imagine how boring it will be for the public.
Yeah.
Right? Like they go through all those things. Like, yeah, we have new sizes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. PCA is not a place for retailer or just the general public. PCA is a place where you go to you do business. The retailers and the manufacturers.
Right? Because a lot of times they will show previous existing cigars. They want you to try their cigars. They want to make a deal. That's what they do. They're not really. It's not always trying to release new cigars. It's supposed to, but having the public go there really reduce the need for any shop try to go figure out, because the people people know.
I mean, what are you going to do? The manufacturer's not going to sell cigars to them. I mean, if you think about it.
Well, you can't buy cigars technically. Like, if even was open to public, you cannot buy cigars.
Well, there you go. So what's the point of it?
Right? Because none of them are retail. They're factory.
Right.
They're manufactured. So they can't sell cigars to public. Right? So you buy, you take it in.
Cigars away.
Say what?
They're not going to give cigars away for everybody to try.
Well, they technically will have to. The point is to get, like, the point if you allow public to go in is to get to as many hands as possible, and technically they made a purchase by buying tickets.
I just don't think it'd be a good idea.
It will be a bad idea, sure. It'll be a bad idea. I mean, you're losing that sale, to be honest. And you're losing the sale for people who might be interested to try new stuff because they tried it there. Now there's no need to try it again. Right? If you have a bad cigar, it's that first impression, the most excitement. That excitement will make good cigar better and worse cigar worse. Right? So your impression is gonna think this cigar absolutely sucked. I smoked in the event, it was horrible. And you gotta remember the cigar that was pretty good. You're like, that cigar is absolutely the best cigar I ever smoked, because you're there, you're excited. You're trying to smoke and the cigar fits your palate.
Right.
It kills it. It kills it. So if you add all that together, it's nice that it's not public. But are you going to the TBE though?
No.
Dude, it's Las Vegas, man.
I mean, I'll go to Las Vegas if SSO is there.
Technically, you'll have 3 members there.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll go in your spirit. I'll go there and I'll rate each cigars by crayon. You know, this
yellow crown,
that's a 2 crayon,
orange crown.
That's like 4 crayons. You know, that's definitely a whole crayon. You know, something like that. I don't know. I haven't even got the specific date and hotel and that stuff. I tried to book airline, but there's no confirmation, so I didn't want to book it ahead of time.
Right.
Yeah. But for Florida, it looks like, I forgot who said Emporium, but Emporium seems to be a big one over there.
I mean, Miami would be good because there's a lot of stuff in Miami that we can visit. I mean, you got, even if we wanted to drive up to Tampa, you've got Cigar City there. So you've got all the old heritage brands in Ybor City. But Miami alone, I mean, you've got, I think, Corona Cigar there, some other stuff. But I don't think we'd be there for the cigars. Like, I think we'd mainly be there for, like, the beach and hanging out.
I feel like if we go to Miami, Bob Cigar Guy should show.
I'm sure he would.
Especially if we're going to Corona, he better show up.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I had Corona reach out to me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that something after show?
It might be after show.
Yeah. But we got 2 minutes left. All right. So let's get the usual shit. You watch this video, and you decide to skip all the way to the end, which will be pretty smart to do. And you're asking how to join Shadow Smoke. All you had to do is sit through these 2-hour really boring time with us, chat with us, and get to know us, so that we get to know you. And then one day or another, some of the guy will be like, you know why? Why is this guy not in the Legion yet? And literally, this is
Yeah.
what happened with a lot of them. Okay?
Yeah, a lot of them.
And then somebody will send you an invite. Like, you know, if you don't have a friend, make a friend. It's that simple, right? If you don't have a friend that can invite you, make a friend that will invite you. That simple. So that's all you had to do. So if you watch this and skip all the way to the end, congratulations. You skip through all the boring stuff. And now, I'm telling you how to join. It's that easy. Make a friend that's gonna invite you in, and that's all you need to do. All you need to do. Simple. Right? Simple. And make sure I don't miss anything. So yeah, and that will be it for today. I'll see you guys on Saturday. If I don't find the need to smoke on screen tomorrow, yeah, probably won't. It depends how stressful my work is next couple days. My job has been very stressful, so I just smoke. But if I smoke, it will be one of those Pranzado Maduro. Okay,
I gotta give you some more of those.
those are good.
Yeah, that
Surprisingly
one
good.
is really good.
Surprisingly good. All right. So yeah, I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good night, everybody. I'm gonna go to after show to see what is there that I didn't know about. Came out with some stupid stuff that we can do, like usual. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye, everyone.
Peace.